Just a moment.
Hi. Hello, hello. How are you today? You
I'm
okay?
Great. I'm great.
Perfect. Oh, okay.
I got
Wow.
the mystery one. It's a golden Harry Potter.
I've never seen that before. Is that new?
I'm pretty sure that's the new mystery one in my collection, where like everyone's kind of like different from yours. And I also got
Okay.
Cedric at Christmas.
Wow. Yeah, you have two of your favorite things kind of together there. That's so cute. Well, it is Christmas today over here, and it is snowing a lot. So I really have the feeling that it is Christmas. So
Merry Christmas.
very happy about that. Thank you very much. Tell me, do you have any snow over there?
No, I don't. We don't have snow, but we do have a little bit of snow. Which reminds me, why is she standing like that?
Who?
Vegas.
Oh, she's upside down. Well, this over here is like a huge piece of ice.
Yep.
And I've kind of been bothered by this squirrel not having any shoes. So I'm just gonna give her like socks, at least.
Wow. Translucent socks.
No, I'm gonna fill them in.
Wow. Now it's
Okay, I think a little bit better, right? Much better than being barefoot on this.
Yeah, that would be pretty
huge piece of ice.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Yes, that would be cool. Let's just give it like this. Okay. Gonna make him Christmassy. Okay, so we've gathered here today to discuss a new topic, a new theme, sort of, which I'm pretty sure you are familiar with, at least a little bit. Are you not? Do you know what we're gonna talk about today in these two classes in particular?
I think so. I'm not sure, actually.
Okay. Well, I will tell you, we will be discussing marine life, sea life, coral reefs, and everything regarding that. So why don't we start by you telling me, what do you know about marine life? How much are you familiar with sea creatures, sea life, and stuff like that?
Well, the sea is like salt water, and tiger sharks and great white sharks, and there are also corals, and there are many fish in schools, and that's pretty much all. And dolphins.
Okay, well,
and pink ones.
I think I share the same amount of knowledge. To an extent, though, I do know a little bit more about different kind of stuff. So we will discuss that today. So let's do it. This is from the book Reading Explorer. I know that you've been exploring it a little bit. So these are reef encounters uncovering the cities beneath the sea. There is life beneath the sea that is more than just fish. Do you know that?
Yeah.
What do you know that lives in underwater in the sea? that's not fish.
Let me get this straight. Is a stingray and a manta ray not fish or crabs or weird scorpion thingies that live in water before, but I'm pretty sure still exists?
Well, crabs are not fish. Stingray is. Weird scorpions are not fish as well. I was thinking more in a way like corals, sponges, sea stars, something really, really deep on the ground of that is really colorful, you know, especially corals. I think corals are very interesting because they're very different and they have all of these different shapes and colors. And I didn't know that those were corals until I watched SpongeBob. Believe it or not, that was what opened my eyes. Do you know who SpongeBob is?
Like a sponge that's named Bob?
Yes, it's like a cartoon that's maybe outdated to you, but I used to watch it when I was younger. It's about this guy, right? And he lives on the bottom of the ocean. His best friend is a sea star named Patrick.
Yeah, that's funny because every time someone mentions Patrick, I always that always reminds me of that one of my teachers named Patrick. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
wow,
not teaching
okay.
me now. That was before.
Well, it's not that much of a common name now. I have a feeling that it's like an older name, you know, but that's just my perception. It might not be true. However, SpongeBob lives at the bottom of the ocean. He has a best friend named Patrick. And what's funny is that he lives in like the coral reef. And it's very cute. He has a lot of, I can't say friends, but there is something funny. I will show you a picture. Because I need you to know this person. Yes. So there are few characters in SpongeBob. I'm going to show you. So we have SpongeBob, who's like the main character. He has a pet. Can you guess what is his pet?
A sea snail, Gary. Which is the same name.
Yes.
Which is the same name as a snake in Zootopia 2.
Wow, you do watch a lot of stuff. But do you know who is his female best friends?
Sandy.
And Sandy is what animal?
Is this guy holding an acorn and is wearing your socks?
Yes. So, yes, Sandy's a squirrel, and she famously she has a really funny story about coming underneath the sea and befriending all of these different types of sea creatures, which is very interesting to me. I think it's a pretty cool story about her arrival. She's originally from Texas, and she famously misses everything about Texas: the cows, the food, the pies. And there's a cool song we could listen to sometime, but maybe some other time. Why I mentioned SpongeBob is because where he lives. He lives in a coral reef, and it looks very beautiful. Sometimes we can see a lot of coral, sometimes we can't. But I wanted to discuss, and I already asked you, what do you know about coral reefs? But let's focus on the first question. Do you know anything about coral reefs? And do you know any famous coral reefs?
I know that coral reefs are made up of tiny animals called polyps. Many types of animal. They also provide protection for many types of animals and what?
Well, coral reefs are often called the rainforests of the sea. Would you agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because
what do you think? What is that?
Because they look like trees, and there's a lot of them.
Good. Yes, and they also support so much life. There's so much life within these coral reefs, like there would be in the rainforests. But look at these two pictures. Can you tell me what's different?
So the first one is blue. The second one is green. So it's kind of like.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, that's a big difference. And there's a boat with a net. The number, whatever this is, I assume it's a 1. So the number 1
it cannot
picture. What?
This is how I rate 1.
This is how I rate 1. So the number 1 picture.
I gather that.
The number 1 picture is like filled with coral reefs and fish, and they're colorful. But the second one is like, where's the fish? I'm gonna draw one.
Okay, just to make up for the lack of fish. And tell me, what are some of the major threats to the world's oceans? If we compare the two pictures, it seems like something is not going well in the second one over here.
I think they captured all the fish.
Okay. I agree with that, but what else? What do you think bothers the oceans so much these days? I mean, lately.
Like, fishermen can catch a lot of fish, and then they will eat them.
Yes, that is true, but we've been catching fish kind of for a long time. I don't think that's the only problem, at least not the biggest one. I think that the pollution is the number 1 problem for oceans.
Well, I think maybe the sea would get warmer because, in the summer.
Yes.
But I don't really think that's
it would get.
But I don't really think that's a very big problem.
Okay, but what do you think about trash and garbage? What do you think about the human factor? What do you think what roles do humans play in the pollution of the ocean? Do you think it's a big part of bad conditions and bad life in oceans and seas? Do we play a big role in that?
Probably.
Okay. I want you to know this. It's not probably, it's true. Humans play a grand role in the pollution of every single body of water on Earth. There is this organization that I follow. It's called For Ocean, like this, For Ocean. And they started cleaning the oceans, and they started kind of giving out information about how much trash they find within like a week of cleaning. There's tons and tons of trash. And I kid you not, you wouldn't believe the things that they find and the areas they find it in. So people play a big, big role. What did you not understand?
I mean, what did they find?
So you know the usual trash, like papers, plastic, and stuff like that. They find, besides that, they find phones, they find vehicles, they find like a lot of heavy metals, just anything you could think of. People threw it away, like in a river, in the ocean. There's a lot of dead animals, like animals that are not from the sea. So I think that we just lack the empathy for water, and we think that everything in the nature can kind of heal itself, and it can't. Okay, that took my mind. This is something that's very. I'm really passionate about this, so I apologize if I talk too much about like protection of the ocean and stuff like that. Okay, let's not read this. Do you even know what this is?
This is a true or false thing.
Yeah, but do you know what this is?
So maybe Garamond.
Yeah, that's the font. For some reason, if this was made by using AI, this is the name of the font for letters. So they probably left that in, not on purpose, I guess, by accident. Okay, so I wanted to pick your brain about this. Let's do like fact or fiction or true or false. We have a very cute image over here, like it's such a cute picture. Yeah, you can show it to Fat Gus too. So let's just check briefly. Based on the image and your general knowledge, let's go one by one. Let's go through these statements, and let's just see how much do you actually know. So no wrong answers here, okay? Let's start with the first one. Can you read it?
Coral reefs are usually found in warm water.
What do you think? Okay. Can you do the second one?
Okay, coral polyps are a type of plant. What?
Okay, so good. Now number 3.
A coral reef usually gets smaller over time.
What do you think?
Some coral reefs are over 1 million years old. Nope.
Okay. So.
Well, that can be
very
true,
good.
But they can be more than 1 million years old. So it can be true and it can be false.
Okay, can you expand on that? Can you explain that a little bit better?
Because like sometimes like coral reefs, they can stay for a long time, and so I don't really think they can only live to 1 million years old, but I'm pretty sure they can they can also be 1,000,000 years old. It depends when
Mhm.
they were born or something.
Okay, that's a good statement. Good way of thinking. I love that you made kind of a bias between, you gave informations for one and for two. That's really good. But yes, actually, some coral reefs are over 1,000,000 years old. There are some famous ones. I don't know if you heard, but probably one of the most famous kind of coral reefs in the world is the Great Barrier Reef. Have you heard of it?
Mm-hmm.
It has a foundations that are like hundreds of thousands, millions, hundreds or thousands to million years old. So that's really fascinating because there are some fossil reefs, and that's really interesting because when we look at fossils from like surface animals that are on like the surface, it's pretty different. But when we find something in the water, to me, that's like the most fascinating thing because water is famously the origin of life. I don't know if you knew that.
What?
So there's this theory that first life creatures came to be water creatures. So the first kind of life that was ever created was created in water. It's a theory,
Oh, okay.
and yes, I think I would have to look into that. I think it was some type of amoebas.
Probably.
This, yeah. I don't know. It looks very cute. I'm not quite sure what this is. I'm not that familiar with ocean, but I will look it up. I do think, however, that we have a sort of a little explanation here. Mostly found in water warmed by sunlight, reefs are built by coral polyps, tiny soft-bodied animals related to jellyfish. Do you find this interesting? Related to jellyfish?
I don't really find it interesting. Mostly because I actually
Mhm.
know that some, like, if corals just look like jellyfish, I mean, this is just like a jellyfish but upside down. I know that corals
Yes.
already look like jellyfishes upside down. Some of them. Or at least some corals look kind of like jellyfish. So it's not very surprising for me that the polyps look like related to jellyfish. I mean, the coral just looks like a jellyfish, so it's not very surprising sometimes.
Exactly. Perfect. Exactly. I agree. 100%. I wanted to quickly focus on this, like the last sentence over here. Some coral reefs, what? Can you read this?
Some coral reefs began growing over 5,000,000 years ago.
50 million years ago.
Wait, 50? Oh.
Isn't that quite a lot?
That's quite a lot.
Sea life is very old. We can learn a lot by looking into the sea. It tells us a lot about our past. Okay, so far so great. I love how you think, and I love how you give arguments for your opinions. That's really important. So in the next class, we will start with this. So we will give like 2 seconds to this slide and move on, okay?
Okay.
Perfect.
I just wanted to say something, so
Okay.
you remember now I'm having the same like purple tone now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So before you noticed that it's blue.
Yes.
So before we had this class, like yesterday, Fagus, she went into one of the classes where you can learn by yourself, and she thought purple is for me, so she turned the color into blue because that's usually what she likes to have as her favorite color or pencil.
Okay, I get that, but so her favorite color is blue and yours is purple?
Yep.
Okay, so we just need someone to have red as a favorite color, and there you go, you have the mix.
Actually,
Do you know that? Do you know how we get purple?
Yeah, I know, but so there is, well, I can't say that's red, but it's kind of like it. So I think maybe, just maybe, one of my other teachers just happened to like orange.
Okay,
It's kind of
that's also
close
cool.
to red, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna leave real quick. See you in the next class.
See you in the next class.